Sometimes a nation isn't born, it bleeds into existence. Forged by faith, shaped by pain, and baptized in fire. This is not just America's story, it's the story of every soul that ever fought for freedom. In the early 1600s, brave souls crossed a merciless ocean. They carried only faith and dreams of a life untouched by tyranny. The journey was brutal. Storms ripped through their sails, disease swept across the decks. Many never saw land again. But those who survived stepped onto the unknown soil of Jamestown, 1607, the first English colony in the New World. They faced hunger, cold, and death. Yet every dawn they prayed, not for comfort, but for strength. From that strength, a seed was planted, the seed of a nation. As the colonies grew, so did the whispers of unrest. Taxes, control, obedience. The British crown demanded loyalty, but the hearts of the colonists longed for freedom. By 1775, tension turned to gunfire at Lexington and Concord. The American Revolution had begun. Ordinary farmers became soldiers. Mothers sent sons to battle, knowing they might never return. Yet they believed that one day, their children would live free. George Washington led armies through snow and starvation. Thomas Jefferson wrote words that would echo for centuries. All men are created equal. On July 4th, 1776, the Declaration of Independence was signed. And with it, a new idea was born, an idea greater than any king: liberty for all. Freedom, however, came with a terrible price. The war raged on for 8 long years. Families hid in fear, towns were burned to ashes, but the spirit of freedom refused to die. In 1783, the impossible became real. The colonies had defeated the greatest empire on earth. The United States of America was born. Yet, the victory was incomplete. The new nation was divided, preaching equality, yet practicing slavery. America had won its freedom from kings, but not yet from its own conscience. For decades, the contradiction grew. A land of liberty built on the backs of the enslaved. Some fought for wealth, others for justice. The nation grew stronger, but its soul weakened. Until one man, Abraham Lincoln, stood before a broken people and declared, "A nation cannot remain half free and half slave." In 1861, the Civil War began, brother against brother, family against family. For 4 years, America tore itself apart. More than 600,000 lives were lost. But from the ashes of that blood-soaked soil, slavery was abolished. And America once again was reborn. Not perfect, but redeemed. The 20th century arrived with both promise and pain. Factories roared, cities rose. Immigrants came from every corner of the earth, chasing that one dream, the American dream. Then came the Great Depression. Banks collapsed. Millions starved. But in those darkest years, a generation was shaped, a generation that would rise to fight tyranny again. When World War II erupted, American soldiers crossed oceans once more, not for conquest, but for peace. They fought against evil, and when the world fell silent again, America stood as a symbol of hope. Then, the impossible happened. A man walked on the moon. The stars themselves became the next frontier, and for a moment, the world believed that humanity could rise above its pain. But history never ends. Even today, America faces new wars, not of guns, but of hearts. Racism, division, inequality. Freedom must still be defended, not on battlefields, but in our minds and souls. The skyscrapers, the cities, the flags, they all stand as monuments to those who dared to dream of a better world. Every step we take today echoes with the prayers of those who once whispered, "Let us be free." Every nation has its dark days. Every generation must face its own storms. But through every trial, one truth remains. The human spirit is unbreakable. From the ashes of Jamestown to the fires of Gettysburg, from the dust of the Great Depression to the stars of the moon, America's story is proof that hard times don't destroy us, they define us. If this story moved your heart, remember, even in your darkest hour, you are being shaped into something stronger. Like, share, and subscribe to Hard Times, where every story reminds us that pain is not the end, it's the beginning of greatness.